you.
We're full, we can't go to the doctor.
So-
Explain to me what's going on here, what I'm seeing.
Are you gonna show the picture of the boys? Well, this is really important to me because of my grandsons that play ball in Arcadia. But underneath there is old mine land that is radioactive. And they put down the sod, or in the homes, they put down sod. The lake, they put down the rock around it that's also radioactive. You know, that's
So this is where we're playing ball, where we're living, where we're fishing, where we're putting our endangered species back, where we're golfing. You want to eat that fish?
No.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't.
Reclaimed land.
You know, some of our reclaimed land from mining in Kansas, from coal mining, it'll clearly say, you know, don't eat more than such and such pounds of fish caught out of this pit per day due to mercury poisoning. But they tried to do as best as they could to restore those lands. That was 50, 60, 70 years ago.
I don't know
This is
what
still going on
of the
here.
radiation in the fish or the water. We just have this land. And to me, it's very upsetting because the rock that they're using for the children to play in
Yeah.
is highly radioactive.
Yeah.
It's
What
like,
this is, guys, is a test for nuclear radiation. And when we were testing out there on the kids' playground, it was reaching over 500. Which on the card suggests that you need to figure out what's
yeah,
going on
and
and
get
leave the
away,
area.
get away.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they
And
get
that's
away
where,
with it.
and that's in the middle of town here in Mulberry.
Yeah, right across the street from McDonald's.
So this is where our kids have to play, where we live, where we breathe, where we drink.
17 months old.
You know, even if we buy drinking water, you still have to bathe in this
every
stuff.
single night because they're going for her.
So part of the deal on the reclaimed land is that when they do get the mineral rights, a portion they agree to give back to the county, is that correct?
Whether it be a lake or a ball field or an arena,
Jesse, when he gets it,
you know, golf course.
his is actually
So, you know, I don't want nothing from them.
She's actually broken her wrist.
I don't want nothing. I want them to
They can
go
close up
back to
shop and
Saudi
donate all their
Arabia
money.
or somewhere else, you know?
Yes, they can close up shop and hand us all the money to reclaim all this stuff.
We
It's
should
gonna
be
take a long
growing
time.
food on the land that is not been mined. Well, not that one.
You know, and then here you see the
Oh,
brands.
yeah, look at that.
That are
Don't eat this
supported.
stuff, kids.
You got Pizza
This is
Hut,
no good for you.
Kellogg's, Folgers, Oreos
You're
here,
eating great.
You know
Doritos,
how many people have told
Skippy,
me that when they
McDonald's.
put cows on
This is what I'm
reclaimed
talking
land,
about when I say you be conscious about
they have
every
to
decision you
rotate
make
them out
with your
because
dollars.
if you fall off, you can't eat
To
them.
eat organic.
Skinny.
Because if you're not eating organic, most likely you're supporting one of
But
these
they do
brands.
it, they rotate.
This is what's ruining our country, guys, ruining our state.
It looks so
This is
nice.
important.
And
It's our
see, the
future.
cows
These
have
are little
been-
kids around here playing. Little kids coming around learning this kind of stuff. Like myth, the phosphate industry is not really regulated. Reality, phosphate mining and fertilizer manufacturing operations are strictly regulated by local, state, national, and adhere to environmental standards. It's not true. It clearly states in the EPA that Mosaic is supposed to follow guidelines and that they are supposed to use the best environmental practices to their abilities. And we are clearly saying as a people that you're not. There are better ways that we can do this. We don't need to mine anymore. We have to pick between 6,000 jobs that was posted on the board that it gives, or less of mining jobs, or we can pick between tourism. You know, I'd be happy to teach those 6,000 workers on how we can use ecotourism and make a lot more money than mining phosphate for the rest of the world. Because this isn't true. Land use after phosphate mining. Well, it is, but it's a this wall wasn't put up last year. You know, this is probably from the 80s or 90s or something. This isn't true. You don't want to play you don't want to play above this stuff. You don't want to live above this stuff.
And we will have all this regardless, even if they're not here, we still have houses and ball fields and lakes and fish and all. We don't want what they are giving. I mean, I feel that the way way things are now, we should definitely be growing food out in the land that's not been mined in DeSoto County.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, we'll buy the land back, or, you know, we'll.
You know, because I teach knowledge is power, but you know, you can clearly see this is about the most brainwashed education one could ever receive.
And then look at these sweet cows, and they got bells on them, you know.
Bells?
Yeah. If they're on that land, their
Little
feet are
drag
gonna
line in the
fall out.
background, like America,
And it's
baby.
so big. This is where the
Not
person
America
is.
anymore.
This is how.
Yeah, that's
a
the
small
person.
person, and that's. I mean, this thing is
You go over to
humongous.
the grasslands?
They got bells on, like a dairy cow up north.
Would you explain to Garrett what you were saying about the
Oh,
cattle?
when they put,
How they can only be on the land for about 6 years at a time,
not that long.
and not that long anymore.
Oh, no, they,
So I've talked to
they
several
rotate them,
ranchers.
according to what I'm being told, I live in DeSoto, ranchers all around. According to what I understand, they rotate them on a 6-month to yearly basis off of that land because their teeth fall out and they can't get fat, you know, get market weight
I
on
was
them.
talking to a guy that used to ranch, and he was a man my age. He ranched with his family when they were younger, and would say how they had about 4 to 6 years to get those cattle off the land, or their teeth would start falling out and they just die.
Yeah.
You know, but now you're
And
hearing
they
that it's as soon as
miscarry.
6 months.
And they miscarry. You
And
can't
people
grow your
in
herd.
this state, this part of the state, you know, we grow cows to eat them. You know, I mean, as far as we want every pound that we can get on that cow so it can go to market. It's just simple business. But you're caught in the game because these guys. Why I say that is these guys use the adequate amount of grains. These guys, this is their business. It's a science. But when they're doing this in a nuclear war zone, you know, their cattle's teeth are falling right out of their mouth.
It's
And
like
that
I
in
have heard that.
Chernobyl.
It's horrible.
That cattle's still being sold off.
Yes,
Still
and
going to
we're
market.
eating that cattle.
Oh, yes,
guys.
we're
We're
eating that.
cattle.
Unless you're a vegetarian,
Yeah,
you're eating
We're
it.
eating that cattle.
I
It's
am.
horrible.
I'm not a vegetarian.
And do we
Neither
know
am
if
I.
that cattle is locally sold in Florida, or is it sent out to packing plants all over the
Pretty much both, as far as I know. You sell where you get the best price. It could go as far as to Chicago, or it could stay right here in Florida. Most of the meat we get in Florida comes from Florida,
So my
especially our
people back
pork.
in Kansas could be eating this meat.
Yes, they could be.
So they claim their own
Knowledge is power, right?
You got that
And
right.
this is a
Now
pretty
I'm-
sorry education. What's actually great right now because it's like
Yeah, but
it's
when they
almost
run
like
this-
everything you need to show
It looks
how
great.
big of a crop this really is.
Yeah, right,
Um,
exactly. No, true.
Somebody
they
should have
run
came in
this
here and
up-
updated this a little bit, like, oh,
I mean, we're
let's
smart
scratch some of this
people.
stuff
Who's
out
got a
there.
magic
They already
marker?
found
Yeah.
this out.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a couple of these plaques off.
That we're-
Yeah.
That we read this stuff.
You know, and yes, we bring our kids in here to learn, but we bring our kids in here to teach them that this isn't right. You know, that this is
bring
false
school groups
education.
I'm not sure.
You know, I talked to a teacher in Cape Coral and she said that one of the only companies that come to their school to talk about the
Right.
environment for free, other than the Captain Planet project, was Mosaic. How they send Mosaic environmental specialists in there to talk about all the stuff that they do that's good. And yes, they do some good, but hey, the devil has to tell a few lies to be the devil, right? I mean, that's just exactly how it works. Exactly how it works.
You got one of our bands.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
All right.
it goes up. DeSoto is for horses, not
Thank you,
drag
ladies.
lines.
We're gonna go to the next stop
Thanks,
and
guys.
try to do I keep forgetting what that's called, that test the radiation level.
Oh, Geiger. Yeah.
Geiger, and we're gonna go,
And that's not Geiger Key for you folks down in the Keys. Earlier I was like, wait, what, we're going to Geiger?
so we're gonna go test some levels
Geiger
of,
About
some
3
reclaimed
keys up.
land where they're building, multifamily homes on.
Okay.
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 All right, great. Thank you, guys.